The Holocaust. The Holocaust, known in Hebrew as the Shoah, was the genocide of European Jews during World War II. Between 1941 and 1945, Nazi Germany and its collaborators systematically murdered some 6 million Jews across German-occupied Europe, around two-thirds of Europe's Jewish population. The murders were carried out primarily through mass shootings and poison gas in extermination camps, chiefly Auschwitz-Birkenau, Treblinka, Belzec, Sobibor, and Chełmno in occupied Poland. The Nazi, not unlike other nation-states in Europe, dreamed of a world without Jews whom they identified as the embodiment of everything that was wrong with modernity. The Nazis defined the German nation as a racial community, unbounded by Germany's physical borders, and sought to purge it of racially foreign and socially deficient elements. The Nazi Party and its leader, Adolf Hitler, were also obsessed with reversing Germany's territorial losses and acquiring additional Lebensraum in Eastern Europe for colonization. Around 6 million Jews were killed. Of the 6 million victims, most of those killed were from Eastern Europe, and with half from Poland alone. The Mongols massacres. The Mongols, led by Genghis Khan, they built the largest contiguous empire in history, but at a tremendous cost. Their conquest resulted in the deaths of tens of millions. Entire cities were wiped out, civilizations destroyed. Born as Temujin in 1162, Genghis Khan rose from humble beginnings to unify the Mongol tribes. By 1206, he became the ruler of the Mongol Empire, forging an army unlike any the world had seen, highly disciplined, ruthless, and relentless. His vision? Total conquest. The Mongol conquest of Central Asia was brutal. In 1219, after a trade dispute, Genghis Khan invaded the Khwarezmian Empire. What followed was sheer devastation. Cities like Samarkand and Bukhara fell, their populations slaughtered. Nishapur saw an estimated 1.7 million people killed in a single act of vengeance. In 1258, Genghis Khan's grandson, Hulagu, led the Mongols against the Islamic capital of Baghdad. Once a center of learning and culture, it was reduced to ruins. The Mongols massacred up to 800,000 people, and the Tigris River turned black from the ink of destroyed books. The Islamic Golden Age was dealt a fatal blow. Historians estimate that Mongol invasions caused the deaths of 40 to 60 million people, around 10% of the world's population at the time. Palestinian genocide. According to a United Nations Special Committee and a number of experts and rights organizations, including Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch, Israel has committed genocide against the Palestinian people during its ongoing invasion and bombing of the Gaza Strip as part of the Gaza War. By mid-August 2024, it was confirmed that the Israeli military's actions had caused the deaths of at least 40,000 people in the Gaza Strip, 1 out of every 59 people, averaging 148 deaths per day. Most of the victims are civilians, of whom at least 50% are women and children. Compared to other recent global conflicts, the numbers of known deaths of journalists, humanitarian and health workers, and children are among the highest. The 1948 Palestine War saw the establishment of Israel in most of what had been mandatory Palestine, with the exception of 2 separated territories that became known as the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, occupied by Jordan and Egypt respectively. Following the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel occupied the Palestinian territories of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip.